everyone, and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time, a fun community of cosplayers bringing you podcast recordings where we'll talk about different themes, such as different anime shows, the art of cosplaying, conventions, holidays, and so much more. Today we're going to be talking about a very, very special topic of the Dragon Prince. So we're going to dive into that conversation in a moment after we introduce our lovely guest and tea sippers here with me today, starting with...
This is Clark. Hello, everybody. It's Jason here, or Crimson Fire Cosplayer. Pronouns are he, him, and you can find me on Instagram or TikTok.
Hi, I'm Miko-chan215. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can find me on Facebook as Miko-chan Cosplay. I go by she, her, and it's great to see you guys.
Hey, I'm Lucas. I am a streamer, cosplayer, YouTuber. You can mostly find me on YouTube at Spartan923 or on Twitch at Spartan923 Gaming. I'm on about 3 days a week, so feel free to check that out. I'm on Facebook under Lucas and Instagram and what's the one that's the ampersand? I forget what that one is. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much Lucas across most of the basics and Spartan923 at YouTube. So feel free to check it out.
Are you using Twitter?
No, not Twitter.
Threads?
The one that's it's an ampersand.
Threads.
Trends.
Blue
Yes,
Sky?
trends. Yeah. I need to get on Blue Sky.
Not sponsored by any of these brands, also.
Absolutely not.
have to put that out there too.
I'm
So-
affiliated.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
No, we are not. But yes, it is wonderful to see you all. So thank you for joining today. So my name is Jen. I'm the founder of Cosplay Tea Time as well as today's host. I go by she, her pronouns. You can find me TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, Jen Period Cosplays 45. So, all right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take off into the topic of the evening, which again is about the Dragon Prince. So The Dragon Prince is a fantasy animated series on Netflix that was co-created by Aaron Ehas and Justin Richmond. The series started in November 2018 and concluded in December 2024. The story goes there are primal sources, so moon, sky, sun, earth, ocean, stars, and dark magic, yet the lands are divided between the elves and dragons and the humans. After the humans steal the dragon egg, the future dragon prince, the elves, thinking that the egg was destroyed, go to the human kingdom to bring them to justice. However, a young elf and two humans find the egg and work together to bring peace to the lands. That was a very neat and tidy summary of basically the first couple seasons. It gets much darker.
You caught everything.
Afterwards.
Yes.
So, with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with the first question of the evening, which is, when and how did you first watch the series?
Oh gosh. I believe I was seeing something about it at the time, and I started watching it, and then I think that's how I remember it. I don't remember now.
My other half introduced me to it when it first came out. In between, so the second season hadn't come out yet, or it had just came out, and I was pregnant with our son, so it was what we had. It was something for us to watch while so I was over at their place, and it immediately was something I grasped onto, and kind of drew me in an interesting way. And I wasn't captivated at first of wanting to cosplay from it, but seeing them cosplay Viren from me made me interested in wanting to cosplay from it.
Oh.
Okay, don't worry, I muted for that.
Oh, you're good. Good.
Okay. Let's see. I believe it was a combination of two things. One, I ran out of things to watch on Netflix, and I'm always a huge fan of good animation. And I watched the trailer, and I was like, this is pretty good. And then I am also a sucker for good accents too. I heard Rayla talk, and I'm like, okay, Scottish accent elf, gotta watch it. And then I've worked for this tiny group called Shattered Knights for a while, and one of the people in charge of it, I don't know where I am
Oh.
displayed on anyone else,
Mm.
said, "Have you ever seen a show called Dragon Prince?" I'm like, "It's on my to watch list. Is it worth my time?" She's like, "Yeah, you should watch it and tell me about it when you do." I'm like, "Okay." So after like one episode, I think I was like, okay, so there's something about weapons grade bread, and and that's rather intriguing, and also the best aunt in the world, and that's how I got into it. And then when I started realizing there was a lot of like cast flow over from Avatar: The Last Airbender, I was like, okay, this is a win. So that's how I got into it. So yeah.
Be very convincing sometimes. Watch this
Oh
show.
yes.
I won't twist your
Watch
arm.
this show. I won't bother you about it.
Pretty much. So,
Yeah.
let's see. So I started watching The Dragon Prince February 24th, 2020. So it came on like when you first log into Netflix and you get that big banner with like a recommended show. Like that came up, like a trailer of like Callum and Rayla talking. And I was like kind of sitting there watching it. And I'm like, this is kind of giving me like Ruby vibes a little bit. So then I was like, I'll watch the first like 2 or 3 episodes and ended up watching all 3 seasons within like a week. So yeah, I was hooked. Couldn't stop watching. All right, so we've been talking a little bit about bread, and I'm kind of curious with this next question. Which bread would you try to make a bread sandwich with?
Oh, honestly, I'm not sure how to answer because I watched the show for a little bit and then I stopped, and now I don't remember where I actually left off. So
You might be saying some spoilers then, but that's okay.
thankfully, I was still stuck in the first season, so
Okay,
everybody's fine here.
okay. Oh, wait a second.
Is it sad the only bread that I can think of when I'm thinking of the series is the bread from season 1 that they're just making weapons out of? But honestly, if I'm making a bread sandwich out of something, I'll make it out of the jelly tarts.
Oh.
I want to make a sandwich. I'm going to make it delicious. I'm going to want something I'll eat. Come on now. And it gets Ezra on my good side. Hello. I want the king on
Alliances.
this side.
uh, Jen, why did you give me this question? You're talking to the guy who made a peanut butter and bacon sandwich.
That sounds good.
Hey, Springy put me up to it and had me try it, and it was actually excellent. So we're talking to a connoisseur of bread-based products here. So if a lot of people would think like, oh, you want this to be a sweet treat or something like that, so like maybe 2 Hawaiian rolls and maybe cinnamon bread in the middle, but that's way too sweet. You need something to kind of counteract that. So you need either a mild sourdough or a stiff white bread, and then the cinnamon bread between it. That way you get not an overabundance of sweet, a little bit of a tang if you go with the sourdough, but all just lovely fluffy goodness. So believe me, I've had to I've been to college. I know what desperation eating is. You sometimes have to make a bread sandwich.
That is very true. And all good things. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it was like the baguette almost looking was like in the first season or something. But I was thinking like the brioche bread. I guess it'd be a bit sweet, but just like stacking like that sweet fluffy bread all together and just like taking a big bite would be like heaven. Heaven in a bread. So yeah, just something fun I thought of when I was like rewatching the series, I think a year ago. Just crazy to think. So all right, let's see. Up next is going to be a top 3. So which 3 characters are your favorite?
I can't answer that as it's been way too long since I last watched the show, so I'm gonna head over to that. Nico.
So Rayla's obviously my top one. That goes without fail. Have to say Callum is my second one. And then third one. That's where it gets tricky. I think it's a toss up between Amaya and Zim.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You always have to limit me to so much, Jim. Okay, so honestly, I have to agree with Miko-chan. Rayla, best girl, always. I mean, the accent, the look, the horns, you gotta go with it.
Yeah, he's tattooed on my leg. I can't just discount that.
And who can beat the line, "Hello, fellow humans, human fellas"? And the determination to make a proper snow elf, you just cannot eliminate Rayla from atop anything. This is a very well-written character, very well-designed character. Even her future designs coming up, she
talk about that.
still holds that kind of hardened but matured thing now. It's just very, very nice. Aunt Maya, honestly, you gotta love a character that is no muss, no fuss, and where they went with her with the whole ALS and all that, ASL, I'm sorry, dyslexia.
That's okay.
Gotta love it. ALS is something different. Love Aunt Maya because just no holds bar, and of course, just the favorite line from it is, of course, this bread is weapons grade. Here you go. And to stop an entire military operation to make breakfast. I mean, and this one's going to kind of curveball you. I actually, and I think I remember the name correctly. Nyx, the sky elf, I believe. Very beautiful design. One of those kind of tomboyishy, but kind of think they're bad, kind of swing between both sides of the pendulum of good and bad and all that. Not truly evil, just kind of, ooh, I'm going to make your day bad today, but I'll be your buddy tomorrow. So, yeah, I really liked Nyx. Nyx kind of, and also another great accent. So, and that was also where we had the big crossover with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Boomerang. So those are my top 3 that I'm going to try to limit myself to.
There's so many great characters. The only 2 we
Yes.
don't put on the tier list is Viren to a degree, and Elf Janai's brother, Kareem.
I will sit here and I will defend Viren because he had a redemption arc. Like his redemption arc and everything made me actually put him up there. Like pre 4+ him. No, heck no. But everything afterwards, his redemption arc made him a character that he's a morally great character. Yeah. End of the story. He's such a morally great character. He's an enjoyable character. He's had such a redemption arc that made him go. I would put there's no character. It's more of, I would put the Sun Elf Mel would be the character that has no redemption to him. He had nothing redeemable about him. Even Erebos isn't a truly awful character to him, because what his whole point about him is, and why he did everything, his motivations behind it. It's the whole point of the show. There's no true evil behind characters.
If I may elaborate, yes, I fully agree with you. Varen was very well written, to the point where you really wanted to despise him at first, and then when you see him like realize his mortality and all that stuff, and even his interactions with the I'm gonna forgive me if I forget names, but the Earth Elf. When the Earth Elf
Terry.
described themselves, Terry, thank you, described themselves as the whole doe and buck analogy that they did. He, instead of being what you would expect of him, which would be like, I do not care about this, he actually genuinely says, I accept what you see of yourself, and I'm glad you're happy with who you are, and I'm glad that my daughter is happy with you. So at that point, I'm like, I can't hate him now because he did something nice. I mean, there's several things that I still say, no, this guy should be locked up forever, but I can't hate him because there is good in him, in a way. Sun Elf Boy, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, Mr. My sister's ruining everything. No. That guy deserved what he got. There's no redemption there. But yes, even at the end, Erebos, you kind of be like, yay, they got him, and then you're like, oh, but do you know the whole backstory of why everything happened? And you're like, this guy kind of just went mentally broke, and it's just handling the whole situation incorrectly, even though it was handled incorrectly from all parties. He just took it a step further than he should have, and yeah. So, but yes, fully agree with Miku on that, for sure.
Oh, sounds good. All right, rounding off this question real quick. Top 3 favorite characters for me: Callum, little adorable nerdy goofball that he is. Rayla, absolutely love her accent, just the way she grew so much. I love her. And to throw a curveball of Velades, the pirate, I actually do like him rewatching. And I actually got to meet his voice actor over the summer dressed as Callum at Force Day Comic Con Harrisburg. So he was so nice, and he actually like did the pirate voice and stuff.
Nice.
The lady next to him like had no idea, and he's like, oh yeah, he was like a blind like narcoleptic pirate and stuff. And he did the voice, and I was just standing there. Oh my gosh, he did the thing, and I was like so amazed. He was such a sweetheart. So yeah.
How do you present that concept is what I want to know. Whoever thought of that idea?
Yeah, it's creative.
Just like, we're gonna make a pirate. Okay, he's gonna have a talking parrot. Okay, typical pirate. He's gonna be completely blind. Okay, and he's narcoleptic.
Okay.
What?
Sleep at the wheel. No.
Like completely blind. Okay, that's why he has the parrot. Got it. Okay, I'm fine with that. That makes sense. And he's narcoleptic. What?
Huh?
That must have been a very interesting board meeting.
that was one of the episodes where it's like, oh, he's narcoleptic. I'm like, I audibly went, huh? Like watching the show.
It's all good. So yeah, that I throw that little tidbit in there. So let's see. On to the next question. We have, which primal magic source is your favorite or one that you identify with?
I don't have a definitive answer. Bleh. I would have to watch the show fully over and over if I want to get that answer.
I have to still. I would have to stick with the moon, from everything that went on, with the illusions, between the illusions, the the elves that you got from the moon, primal base, just everything that came from it just was really neat. I just honestly want to say, and just the fact of all the backstory, from the moon dragon itself, just was neat.
Uh, it's a, it's actually kind of a toss up for me because if we're going to look at it from like a psychological standpoint on this, uh, there's the fingers, there's the ooh psychology. He's doing it
Psychology. He's
again.
doing it
I'm
again.
like, Jen and I jump on
Mhm.
psychological ramblings all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time.
So I took a psychology course for a while, so her and I have that. But for me, it would have to be a toss up between either water, which the ebbs and flows and changes of currents and stuff like that kind of meld into the way that life goes for me. Is it could be going one way, then you have to shift to another direction, then shift to another direction, stuff like that. But it always keeps going forward, uh, eventually to the same source. Or it would also be the moon, where sometimes with me, some of the things I have to do in my life, I have to throw up certain illusions of different things. No, Jin, I am not putting up illusions to hide pain or anything. No. It's mostly social illusions to where I can be here for this long until this cracks and I have to leave. And it's it's the illusion of yes, I'm happy to be here. Where in the back of my head I'm like, I really want to leave within an hour, please. And or the illusion of like I'm very exhausted because there's a small child running around my house and he keeps me busy constantly. And then it's like, but the illusion being like, yes, I'm completely fine to work this 8-hour day and go home. And so it's a toss up between water and moon for me.
Okay. And it doesn't like the moon like control like the tidal waves and stuff.
Correct.
So
Very
I
good.
guess science.
Very good.
So it's all
You
connected.
bridged the connection.
I
Thank you
did.
very much.
You're welcome. I'm good with that. So
Yeah.
still a little psychology. So.
I figured if I didn't do it, you would bridge it. So
I'd bridge
yeah.
it. Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to think because there is like a quiz out there. I don't know if it's on the Dragon Prince website, but there is like a primal source quiz, and I took it one time, and I got Earth. I was like, Earth? Like, I don't think I represent Earth at all. Like, being like, grounded, like for myself, for other people, like being well structured.
Maybe at that time.
Maybe. But I thought I'd be more like water based, because, there's life in water. Water is its own entity. It comes and it goes. Different things like that. So, I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting one. What do you identify with? To another favorite question. Which season of The Dragon Prince is your favorite?
I'm going to pass on to Miho because I do not have an answer for that.
I don't really think I have an answer to this anymore. I really, it's the later seasons for sure. So, I want to say gonna be. Want to say like 5, 6. Those seasons are ones that stick with me more, that I like more, and stick with me more. So I'll say 5 and 6.
Okay. Here comes the curveball. I honestly cannot pick a single season. The entire story itself, to me, I cannot pick one out because it just breaks the whole thing. Because I'll say I liked it because of this, but that also led into this and this other season, and this other.
Yeah.
There's too much red wire on this corkboard and pins that I cannot break.
I agree
I
with
will
that.
say if I can put it down to an event in a season, I will do that.
Mhm.
And I will do that to one of and there's two of them. One of the best ones for me in the earlier seasons was, of course, Human Rayla. Human Rayla was epic because we got fella humans, human fellas, and Snow Elf. Then the pure writing of the epic conclusion of this story of both of the storm dragons and Erebos ascending into the sky while the other dragons are protecting humanity and all this other stuff, culminating into one giant. I see you up in that corner with your eyes wide, like I'm about to totally blow a huge secret here. I apologize. Here, muffs. And just a giant sacrifice into this epic moment, just to me, felt very good and very conclusive, heart wrenching at the same time, but it felt like a passing on of an old generation saying, the new generation will be fine if we're not there. They'll be able to handle it from this point on. We're worried about it, but it shows promise. And so to me, I was like, that is good writing, and I'm happy with that. So I can sum it up to events. I cannot nail it down to single seasons. So, and that's where I go with that.
Fair enough. Yeah. I guess I was just thinking like, oh, everybody has like their own favorite season, kind of like Ruby or like, other shows and stuff like that. But I guess I should have really framed it to like favorite moments of the show. So that's fine too.
Yeah, there's so many moments that make it that stand out more than like this season and all, because it just had so many that make it more than season wise.
Makes sense. Let me see. I'm gonna be I'll be a little oddball and say that my favorite. I actually have two favorite seasons, which is season 4, which I know caught a lot of flack, but I really enjoyed it. I loved seeing them all grown up and Rayla coming back to Callum and everything. Like I really enjoyed the writing and the art style in that season. And then the last season, season 7, was just it concluded so well. Like what you were describing, Crow, was like it was really well done. And just all like the little moments building up and stuff like that. It was worth waking up at 3 in the morning to watch it last December. It's crazy it's been a year. So, yeah. I'll never forget season 6, watching it in the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning on a layover. Great times.
Oh my goodness.
Dedication.
Yeah, no.
Shortly after me receiving a message, have you watched it yet? I need to talk to someone about it. I'm halfway through it, so you can only talk about these episodes.
It's so quick on the game. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Up next we have, if you could visit Zadia, or I guess anywhere in the kingdom, in the lands of the Dragon Prince. I was thinking more Zadia. This is like very exotic, very different. But if you can visit anywhere in that world, where would you want to visit?
I can't give a straight answer. I'm going to pass it to Miko.
Okay.
There would be 2 places: the Moon Nexus and the place where the little fuzzballs, the arbiter little things, the little
Adorables.
yes, where they are. I would love to just be covered in those.
Let's see. I can't. I'd like to visit a few areas. Actually, I'd love to visit like like the meeting places of the dragons, like where they met the ocean dragon. I'd love to go to that spire. I'd like to go where what was his name? The Earth Dragon was, just to see the immensity of that lair and stuff like that. Where Sol Regum was, I I love just natural kind of areas, but I'd also love to go to the uh, Moon Elf village. Number one, mostly to observe the children just giving Callum so much heck. Just, I mean, those children are pure evil, and I love it
I would
because
join them.
it's like any child nowadays. You don't tell a child anything because they will tell everyone. Like,
Mhm,
so what do you think your children will be like? I think if there will be 10 babies, they'll come out 10 different ways. Turns around immediately, Rayla, he wants to have 10 babies for you. Like, that is why you do not tell a child anything. You think you're sounding profound and clever. They see it as like, I've got ammunition now, and I'm going to make people laugh at you or hate you. So,
It's
yeah,
embarrassing.
those would be places I would go. And also, just a little side note, wherever they get the hay from, because hay, it's awesome.
He's great.
Hay is great.
Hey.
He knows my Catalans. Yeah.
I will pass on the Hague mission.
Hey, now don't pass it on to me.
Oh gosh. Yeah. All good places. Surprised y'all didn't say Storm Spiral.
Oh, that's one. That's
Yeah,
one.
that's
I
one.
said any of the
Okay.
dragon areas. Yeah.
Yeah. Once I get over my fear of heights, I'll go up there.
I'll go up there with you.
Thanks.
I'll walk you up there. I'll walk you up there. I'll stand on the outside of the stairs for you.
Thank you.
So,
That's
yeah.
very brave. Yeah, I'd go there. Rayla's village looks very peaceful. If you read they do have like graphic novels. I've covered a couple on my Jen Mouse 45 channel and stuff, but just like seeing like the images and where Rayla grew up and stuff, it just looks like very nice and peaceful and everything. So I'd want to visit there. I feel like there was one more place and I'm completely blanking. Yeah, I think that's
Describe
about
it.
it. So I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe it was in the Earth one. I don't know. Not where Rex Igneous lives, but maybe it's like that village was like the Pit of Despair. It just looks very nice there. So force
Pit of Despair, lovely vacation spot.
Great Airbnb
Oh yeah.
designation. Yeah, very good. All right, let's see. Up next, I'm gonna be nice. I was gonna have you all select one character, but you can select multiple characters for this one. I'll be nice.
Yay!
So, which characters from the Dragon Prince would you want to spend the day with, and what would you all do?
I'm gonna pass it on to Nico.
Okay.
Oh, come on, give us something.
Anything.
I haven't watched the show in years, so I can't remember every character, unfortunately. So
Not even the main three.
So he'll be stealing jelly tarts with the prince then.
With Esmond, yeah.
Yeah, with Esmond. Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah. There you go. You've been put to just palling around with Esmond and stealing pastries.
I feel like with different people would be different tasks and everything. Like I would want Rayla to like teach me some of her moves, but like also to just like try to help the girl out. So like, girl, help her like with her romance skills. Because girl needs some help. I say this as someone who cosplays her. I would also I would love to hang out with Anya. I adore her so much. Um, and I would love to learn archery from her because, like, that girl, she's got such an aim on her. I would love to learn from her. Um, and then I would just want to hang out with Zim and give him all the belly rubs.
Oh, mm.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm in full agreement with Miko, because Rayla, my girl, you gotta understand that you are missing some major cues.
Communication.
Communication is key. You can't expect mind reading. You can't expect your mind to be read. You just because doesn't always talk to you doesn't mean he hates you. It just means maybe you need to approach and be
So,
like,
so we're going to be in a group meeting with her, trying
"Oh,
to.
absolutely." No,
Some group counseling.
there's this lovely place in the city I live in called the Arch, which is a lovely structure that has a small little viewing window at the teeny tiny top where there is no escape from because you're up there for a good 30 minutes before they let you back down. We get her up there and we say, "Okay, we're talking for 30 minutes."
An intervention. Got it.
Intervention at several hundred feet. Or we put her on a boat and say, "You're not leaving this boat until we talk."
Jeez.
The boat might work better because, you know,
Mhm.
with her skills, she might figure out a way to get down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Mhm.
It's like somehow sneak past the crowd and get back onto the elevator before we could get to her. Dang it! Anyway,
It was a good plan.
I would love to explore every secret pathway that Ezrin has found in the castle, just because I love exploring castles and stuff like that. That would be amazing. Uh, like to get like Callum's top 10 book list because I'd like to just go through his sketchbook if he'd let me, because that would be something to see. What he'd allow me to see, I don't know. I mean,
There might
uh,
be naughty things in there. I don't know.
I'm not implying anything, but
Anyway.
Callum's business is Callum's business. We'll leave it at that.
Mhm.
Zim, I would just like to go out into a field and just play tackle. Honestly, just see like, just be like, "Where's the dragon? Where's the dragon? Where's the dragon? There's the dragon." I would love to the Maiden of the Moon Nexus. I would love to just sit and have tea with, just talk. Because number one, she's great, crazy grandma energy. I love her to death.
Mhm.
And also free massages from the hunk that moved in. I mean, come
Alan.
on.
Mhm.
Yes. And then honestly, just explore the desert with Nyx, honestly. Just be kind of neat to go and check that out somewhere that you wouldn't really get to see. And she has the animal that's for safe crossing that expands. And also maybe just sitting and having a conversation with Zim's mom, just to get an idea of the history behind her and just dragons in general out of curiosity. And then to finish out the day, arm wrestling with Andamaya.
Oh, yes.
I would lose so bad, but it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it because I know she'd probably throw me through the table, but at the end she's like, "I'm gonna go make you lunch," and I'm like, "It'd probably be terrible, but it'd be worth it. It'd be worth
Well, this is
just for
breakfast
that."
for lunch.
Yeah, and it would just be like great super ant energy. I'm like, yes.
I would like to add, you know, talking with Grin, uh, her lieutenant, just having a chat with him because I feel like he just needs a pal to talk to.
Yes, absolutely. Take that guy out somewhere, get him a pastry, get him a tea, and just say, "Tell us about you. You're always saying what Amaya needs you to explain to people. What about you, buddy? Are you okay? Are you good?"
Let's get you a little cinnamon roll for the cinnamon roll.
Yes. Yeah.
You are what you eat. So. It sounds really cute. Yeah, I have to agree with Callum's top 10 books. That was the place. It was the bookery in Luxaria once it's not being corrupted and stuff. But I would love to go visit there and just spend like weeks in there. So I'll text you, Crow, once in a while to say that I'm
Yes.
alive. But yeah, I will. I'll just stand there, just talk about books, geek about books, find all kinds of books about magic, history, and stuff. So I feel like Zubea does talk a lot about the history of dragons
Yeah.
and the magic and stuff. Mostly because her voice actress is amazing. And does a
Oh,
good job
I
with
could
that.
listen
So
to Zubea's voice
please make an
constantly.
audiobook. Begging.
Yes, make an audiobook as Zubea. Just read
Yes.
A History of Dragons.
Yes.
Chapter
I
1, The Awakening. Anyway.
anyway, please, we beg.
Oh,
I'd listen. So, but
yeah.
yeah, that would be my top pick. Let's see. Up next we have we'll do this one, see what you guys think. So, would you use dark magic to save your loved ones? That's a big theme in the show.
Oh boy, howdy.
Howdy.
Unless there's no compromises, backfires. Oh, what's the other word? Not gimmicks, but what's the word? Setbacks? Well, practically cause and effect, but ooh, boy. It depends because I don't know what dark magic does. I don't know like what bad effects it would have. So I'm about 50-50 split here.
It really would depend if it was the difference between everyone living or dying and the world as we know it actually surviving and sacrificing myself, then I would make the sacrifice for everyone else. I mean, that's honestly, I feel like that's not a no-brainer in the end if it's for the greater good for everyone else. But at that point, I would make the call of making sure it doesn't either happen again or they do what they were going to originally do and end me after that.
Okay. So, this one is a thinker because it would depend on the situation, how it occurred, and also, again, circumstances that come from it. Because having studied how this dark magic works in this universe, it firstly corrupts the person that uses it, also harms the environment around it, and then as it corrupts the person, it starts corrupting things around the person. So if it was in the sense of how Callum utilized it, I think it would be a judgment call to where I would have to say, am I willing to risk it to prevent this bad thing from happening? Which it would again come down to circumstances. This is the train car decision, honestly. This is do you switch the track here or do you switch the track there? Or do you switch the other track that puts it down both rails and then takes out everybody? That's the darkest humor I have today. But no, I the thing is, one thing that I always love writing is the self-sacrificing character, and Viren sacrificing himself to keep someone else from corrupting themselves to stop what's happening, to me was all I can say is A plus in both that decision and in the writing of that decision. So if it came to that circumstance, I'd be like, I mean, as of right now, being a dad and a husband and all that, I would have to say of like, would everything be okay if I was not here? And if I waited and said I could stop everything for them to be okay, and and if I'm not there, I'm sure that things would still work out. It would suck. But they'd know that I wouldn't have made the decision lightly. And then yeah, in that situation, I'd use it, but I would use it to the point of which there would be nothing left for anyone to figure out how I did it. Because I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I'm taking it with me so that no one ever has to do it again. And if it was something like, if I can deal with my own internal darkness to enough that I could utilize this once and then completely cast it away to never use again, as Callum did, I would be like, yeah, I would probably do that once if it was something like this happened way too quick and I was not ready for it. I need a reset. And that would be, but then I'd be like, this is the only reset I'm using. Because if I do this, it's just cruelty after this. And so, because I apologize if I elaborate too much on this, Jen, but uh, the idea of trying to bring someone back, to me, at first, everyone's like, hey, you brought back someone who you lost and loved and cared about. But when it comes down to it, if it was something like, oh, they died tragically in a car accident or something like that, yes, that is a horrible, violent way to go, not expecting, and you would want them back from that experience. But if it was someone who, like, died of a natural cause, so to speak, even if it was something like cancer or an illness or something like that, if they went out peacefully, it would almost seem cruel if they were accepting of it to bring them back. I think I heard an expression once in a story of being brought back was like being dragged through molten glass or something, and I was like, the I'm like, or being ripped away from something peaceful, and I'm like, if people are describing it like that, what if someone has found peace and that whatever ideology they have of their rest, it's like ripping them away from that. I'd feel horrible for it, even if they like had no memory of it or something like that. But there were clues like, I keep having this dream that I'm just at peace, but then suddenly violently woken up, and I'd be like, oh, I don't think I could do that to somebody if they were truly done. And yeah, so, and that's my elaboration. So,
That's good. And it's kind of literally like a dark question and stuff, but it
yeah,
is a theme that the show does explore. And even though there's like these lighthearted moments in the show, there are these, heavier topics, especially towards like the later part of the show when everything's like starting to conclude. So that's why I brought it up. So
oh yeah,
my short response is to the question. At first I would use every herb and treatment possible and stuff. I would only use it if the person agreed to it, and was like, okay, but you're gonna corrupt your own self if you use dark magic, and I accept that, just so that way they're okay and they can live, their life and stuff. Then I'd use it, but I'd be like a one and done. I'd be like, never again, don't touch it, because the more you use it, the more corrupted, the more lost you get and everything. So I'd be like, no. Not good. So we're back after a little technical glitches, but a fun question. Hopefully lighten up the mood again, which I should have asked earlier, but we're asking now, which is, which dragons are your favorite?
Hey, Sans, but I gotta pass on to Rico because I don't know any dragons.
So my favorite ones. Okay, I have to automatically say, of course, I love Zim and Zabeda. First off, because I swore I was crying and screaming and throwing up with what happened with Zabea because I was so upset. But because mommy dragon, oh my gosh. I also adored the ocean dragon. I loved her. She was so pretty. She was so baby. So those were my favorite of them.
Okay. Well, I think Jen already knows who I'm gonna go with. It's Zubea has honestly, I could fall asleep listening to Zubea just talk. Uh Such a calming and the first time you hear her speak when she awakens, it I don't know, maybe I'm just a wimp, I don't know, but when she spoke, I broke. I was like, it was her shock to see everyone around her is like all these people together, and I'm like, I was like, "Ugh, imagine waking up and just like your dream has been realized, and as I was like, I need Kleenex now, please,
She was
and
a
your
cry-worthy
kids back.
dragon.
Like, ah. Uh, and the last thing you remember at that moment is one of the furthest things in your mind is that your husband's been turned to stone. You're having a horrible grudge with humans, and now your child has been kidnapped. And the last thing you did is, I want you to go destroy the people who did this. And you fall into a coma, wake up, like, everyone's friends now? Oh my god! I did love the Ocean Dragon's design. Very lovely. Rex was awesome. I think Rex is one thug of a dragon, just big, broody, just bruiser of a dragon. Uh, Thunder, of course, was an awesome design. And of course, Zim, adorable little pupper of a dragon. I mean, it's I one thing. Condemn me if you want. Kind of suffers from everything is a dog syndrome, where he kind of, which is fine if it works. He's a baby. I get it. It works for that. I will say, Toothless being a full-grown dragon and How to Train Your Dragon suffers way too much from it's a dog, not a dragon. But but
Well, I don't know. He suffers more from he's a cat because the cat.
fair.
Toothless is a cat.
I will give that to you. Zim, but I let it slide with Zim because he is a baby. So, well, when he was a baby, he suffered a lot from. When he's older, he didn't really suffer from it then, because big boy. So, but dare I jump into Dragon King on this?
We're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be the last question.
Okay, because I love who they picked to be one of the lunar dragons, and because he's one of my favorite voice actors. So, for a future jump, one of the lunar dragons is one of my favorites at the moment. So, I'll leave it at that one.
I will say, I think we're robbed that we don't get to see what a moon dragon looks like, and I'm upset by that.
I thought we did, like, in a flashback.
I think they did.
I'm gonna have to go look this up because I'm like,
It's
I
on
don't
the
recall
wiki.
seeing.
I swear the wiki
Please
is
do.
just in my brain. I have the Ruby wiki
At
and the
least
Dragon wiki.
there's a human form of one on the wiki.
Oh, okay.
I've made the Sims versions of the dragons on my Gen Mouse 45 channel.
How'd that house go?
Chaos. Soul Regum was just grouchy at everybody, and I was like, could you just lighten up for 2 seconds? Just
Don't
do
be
the
Oscar.
dishes.
Don't be Oscar the Groucho there. Gosh.
I know, that's exactly what it was.
Jen, you almost killed me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I was not expecting.
Wait, that's
It's
so
horrible.
pretty. Hold on.
You're browsing through Wikipedia.
Wait, that's so pretty. How come?
Mm-hmm.
How come I haven't seen that before? Okay, I like that design.
Yes, you like that one? Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
pretty. Real quick, so mine are Zim, Zubeya, Pyrrha doesn't get a lot of mention. I actually did a voice acting fan dub of some of her lines from like a short story thing. I did a lot with the Dragon Prince now that I realize
Which
it.
one was Pyrrha?
The red dragon, the one that Soren was
Yeah.
attacking.
Yes.
Love her. I love her so much.
I didn't even know that one had a name.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It must just been one I missed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's spelled so our Pyrrha Nikos is Pyrrha, but the Pyrrha dragon is Pyrrha A-H at the end. Because I think scary dragon.
One's Greek, one's different. I got it.
Yeah. So I put that in the description. I'm like, before you all come at me about spelling, Ruby fans.
Yes.
This is what the wiki had to say. So anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, and then Dimina Profundus was also one of my favorites.
Profundus.
Dimina Profundus. She's just so pretty. I was like, man, you only got 5 minutes of screen time with her, and I was like, no, bring her back. It's okay. All right, let's see. So we got another question, which is, how many jelly tarts do you think you can eat? I know my answer.
I would eat as many as I could. I would eat as many as I could until I am full. Okay. That is my definitive answer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it depends on what kind of jelly is used in the tart, because if the jelly is pineapple, I don't think it is based on what I've seen. If it's pineapple, I cannot have it. I'm allergic, so it would be 0. And I'm very picky about my fruit, so if it's strawberry, I would more likely have it. And if depending on how the crust is done, if it's not like a certain ratio and stuff like that, I will not eat it. I'm a very picky person about my sweets. So yes, I am uncertain of how many I would eat because of how picky I
am. I hate to say this because I used to have one heck of a sweet tooth, but in my now 37 years of life on this planet, I somehow cannot have too much sweet anymore. For some reason, it just sometimes overwhelms my palate. I'll still have like a cup of ice cream or something, but if it's like way too sweet, I just go like, I can't do that. So the way I kind of try to see jelly tarts, so in this situation, I'm imagining that the crust is nice and buttery and that the jelly is not too sweet. Seeing that what I would know them as a pâtissier or the baker would be making them, I think he would see like this has to be balanced. So I would expect it to be nice and balanced. So I would say and if they make them into those lovely, delicious chocolate tarts,
chocolate sludge,
I would, number one, I'd probably inhale like a baker's dozen of those on my own, not thinking. If they were jelly, I would probably go for about maybe 5. 5, because I think that would be my limit before it becomes too rich. And then I would pretty much be like, it was worth it, but I'm gonna have a headache tomorrow. I will regret it. Here's Zim. Come take the rest.
Ezrin, where you at?
Ezrin and Bait, please come take the rest of these before I make a mistake. And that's I would I fight Bait for one if there was only one? Absolutely.
Just for the thrill of the fight.
For the thrill of it. I will wear sunglasses to avoid that flash toad. Believe me.
You just imagine like a little bell, ding, 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 and then it's like, fight, jelly tart.
Oh, no, you don't. You can't flashbang me away from the damn treat, you jerk. But anyway.
Oh, gosh. All right, so I have actually made jelly tarts before, several times, in fact.
Yes, you have.
I have, and I actually have a video on, I don't know which channel it is. I think it's Cosplay. with Callum dressed up, and he's in the kitchen making jelly tarts because he's my first non-Ruby character. So there's like a special little intro in there that's kind of funny. But I can eat 7 jelly tarts before getting sick. And I've actually, one of our other tea sippers here recommended making like a pumpkin custard. And I put cinnamon in the dough, chill the dough, make the tarts, and I put pumpkin custard inside. Oh, they are. Everybody at work loves them.
Why does everyone have to pumpkin spice everything?
Because pumpkin is life.
It's spooky season. That's why.
Yeah, they're good. They're dangerously good. I remember taking the first bite and I was like, oh no.
It's like you've fallen down the rabbit. You have fallen down the rabbit hole.
This is how we defeat Erebos.
With pumpkin spice.
With pumpkin spice, that's right.
He's so uptight he will never get it. It's way beyond his thought process.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I am completely lost with this pumpkin spice logic too.
It's okay.
You have not fallen into the rabbit hole of pumpkin spice. You can never escape.
I stay far away from that rabbit hole. I will never fall into it.
You'll never escape the hole, man.
Thank you, Skeletor.
Anywho, we are at our very last question, which has been brought up a couple times during the podcast recording. But as you all know, the Dragon Prince ended with season 7 about a year ago. However, there has been some updates from the writers of the show, from the co-creators and whatnot, on their social medias, on their Discord, if you join their Discord, about the upcoming series of The Dragon Kings. So kind of want to see, have you all heard about these updates? Have you been keeping track of them? And what are your thoughts about the Dragon King?
I did not even know that was a thing. I guess I just lived under a rock apparently, but it sounds like it might be a prequel or a sequel, so we won't know until then. The plot thickens.
Yes.
I'm excited. I lived for the discourse over Callum and the Beard. That was hilarious. I am in love with the design for Rayla, and I am living for the fact they now have a little family. I am so excited for the implications there that I'm not going to say because we're keeping it PG. But I will say that Zim and Ezram look amazing. They look so amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So, the intro with Zim and Ezram was awesome. Gave some big, like... honestly, because I think Dragon Prince is way better than it, and people can at me all they want. Gave a lot better vibes than Game of Thrones, in my opinion. I thought it was better than anything I've seen in Game of Thrones. Just the attitude, the feel, everything about it. The epicness felt really, really good. It had a lot of weight. It doesn't give you the happy, sunshiny feeling that you would get from some of the stuff from Dragon Prince. Like, there seems to be something underlying that you're like, there's going to be weight to this. Then I got to see my girl and her happy family. and the depression beard.
Depression beard.
I'm going off of our conversation on this.
Oh, okay. That's why you pulled up disc. Let me get my facts in order.
Yeah.
Oh
no, wait. That was a depression beard for Hiccup. Because he lost Toothless. Depression beard.
Depression beard.
My mistake. In all honesty, I don't care what people say. Callum wears a beard well. He does. A lot of people are like,
so it's not like it's unexpected.
Exactly.
So
now
I didn't care either way.
I mean, some people are like, well, he didn't earn the beard. I'm like, what do you mean he didn't earn the beard? He grew it. That's how you earn a beard. Sheesh.
No one's complaining about Ezrin's facial hair. They're just like, oh, okay.
I mean, Ezrin is epic looking, but I mean, Callum is our nerdy little book boy, which you kind of expect nerdy little book boys to either just have like a little soul patch on their chin or a little mustache or something like that. You don't expect that, unless they're really like elderly or something like that. So when I saw it, I'm like, it's different, but I don't hate it. Now, what I am really looking forward, Luna Deverons. Deverons. Because it's such a cool character. I mean, it's voiced by Liam O'Brien, one of my favorite voice actors. If anyone doesn't know who that is, he's very popular in a series called Critical Role. He plays several characters in The Legends of Vox Machina and The Mighty Nine, which are on Amazon Prime. I am not sponsored. You don't have to go see it if you don't have to. But the design of this character, can I show this?
Sure.
Hang on. I have it right here. I'm going to try to do... Come on. Stop being weird, phone. I freaked my phone out. I freaked my phone out.
Just beat the phone out the window, the wall.
Here we go. This is this is like, I'd say a dragonoid form, which is this. Look at that boy!
Ooh.
Look at that boy!
On the wiki.
That is, yeah, it's on the wiki too. But I'm like, I want to see the dragon that this comes from.
I know.
This is amazing. And I even said, I even messaged Jen about this. I'm like, did I miss a character? Because this character, like, it seems like this was important, and like it's upcoming. It's gonna be. I'm like, it's voiced by one of my favorite actors.
The hype is on.
Yes, so I am super excited about it. I'm looking forward to a heavy, gritty. Still got our little bits of comedy and stuff like that. I'm looking for something with punch. I'm looking for something with good writing, as usual. I cannot say I will be disappointed in it because I am so impressed by everything else. Even whatever little hiccups there were in some of the seasons, there was not enough for me to say anything was bad. So if it's still a similar group that's running it and producing it, I'm not going to have an issue with it. So as long as like the forerunners of it are behind it, I think it's going to do great. So, and I'm really excited about it.
Really excited. Not sure when it's coming out. There's no expected date or anything like that. I just had a random thought. I'm like, we're still waiting on Ruby Volume 10.
Yes.
And when that's going to come out. Now we have the Dragon King. And I'm like, what if they both come out around the same time? I will just cease to exist.
That's going to cause pandemonium. Just everyone just like, why is nobody mentioning this?
Now watch that you cursed us and that happened.
I'm sorry.
God darn it.
I'm sorry. Someone's going to play this clip back. Gosh darn it, Jennifer. Why did you do
Dang
that?
It, Jen. I'll be the first one in your DM going, dang it, Jen.
Why'd you
just go to the DM, just put a stare emoji like.
I know. Hopefully I didn't curse us, but if so, that's fine, because I get content because my drafts are dry right now, so unless you all want to clear Thorn Roses, but anyway. So, I'll talk to you about that later, Lucas. So, but yeah, so real quick thoughts about the Dragon King. I'm excited for it. I'm really hoping the writers take their time with the story. I know they had the Kickstarter. I know they've been sharing like little clips here and there, little voice acting things, little art designs and stuff. So I'm hoping that it lives up to the hype that people are hoping. Because again, it's been a year. So it's always good to do a rewatch. I'm right now doing a Ruby rewatch. I'll do the Dragon Prince later on. But yeah, I am looking forward to it, and I will be watching it. We'll be reviewing it on Demon Media. We'll be making skits and comedies. Maybe updating The Sims 4. We'll see how that goes. Anything of that nature. So, but yeah.
Soul
Ragam, stop. He's just a depressing dude. I don't know what to tell you. It's just so
Rex
sad. And he
Igneous
wears
steals the
sunglasses
fridge.
too. He wears sunglasses and he just walks around with like a little hobble and he's just like, and I'm just like, it's okay. Do I have to be
Rex
the
Igneous is wearing a Guy Fieri flame shirt the entire time.
Yeah.
Keeps getting in fights with Thunder all the time. Like, what the heck is wrong with you?
Oh, goodness me. But yes, that was all of my questions that I had about the Dragon Prince and, of course, the upcoming The Dragon King. So, as always, I like to turn it over to the guest and tea sipper, see if they have any questions. So, Jason? Nothing?
No
You
question
good,
for
Tom?
me, Chief.
No? Okay. Go.
I think we basically, all of us had the same thought already, but I think I should just go ahead and throw it out there. Everyone's least favorite character.
The main villain, that's it. That's all I'm sticking to my story.
There's like 3 of them.
All the main villains from every season. Yep, that's my answer.
Least favorite.
Cover the spread.
let me pull up my spreadsheet really fast.
Like, so this guy in this season, this guy in this season, this one, and then of course
Bye.
Erebos. But anyway,
That'd be bad.
do you even know who Erebos is? No, but apparently he's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, I can sympathize with some. Viren I can sympathize with because his story is so well done.
Mm-hmm.
Even at the point where I thought that it wasn't going to be, where I thought, like, yeah, this is where they're going to keep bringing him back. He's going to keep being this, like, catch-all for bad and all that. And then when he finally, like, oh, he's not coming back, I'm like, okay, that's different. But honestly, the Beast Tamers, I hated them. Yeah, the Earth Elves that were capturing the like little dragonoids and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you are bad people. And then I mean, sometimes just of course the brother of the Queen of the Sun Elves. Like Kareem, like you just kind of go, buddy. They are giving it. It's like they
He was
giving
given
you
every chance.
everything, and you just won't. And then I'm like, at the end, it's like see him turncoat on. I'm like, and then you just see Erebos just. I'm like, yeah, totally, definitely. I agree with this. I'm like, yep. I'm not upset about this. I'm like, that is totally deserved. And I'm a person. I do not wish ill on anyone, but when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, this works. I can go to sleep at night with this. I'm fine with that.
My jaw's on the floor.
Yeah.
No notes.
I honestly, when Rayla went back to her village and was a phantom, I almost really wanted to despise the blacksmith. I almost did. Until the few scenes later when he does the thing to reveal her to him. And I'm like, okay, good. Because I didn't really want to hate you.
You talking about Renan?
Yes.
Renan,
yes,
okay.
Renan. I was like,
Athari. Athari, my bad.
Athari.
My bad.
I really wanted, I was like, you are a horrible person. I'm like, you aren't even going to let her explain herself. And I'm like, I'm like, ugh. But then it fixed it in the end. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's
They're
fine.
happy family again. Now they're grandpas.
And again, I almost wanted to hate Nyx, but I couldn't because at the end, she kind of, it's like redemption arcs all around. Yay! But I mean, it's those just solid bad people that you just like, because I can't even fully despise Erebos. I can't. I mean, for what he's doing when it gets to a global scale, you're like, this guy has to be stopped. It's a tragedy, but it has to be stopped. And I don't really like the Celestial Council.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
that was my
yeah,
answer.
yeah, the
Okay.
Celestial
Yeah.
Council. I
Mhm.
can't. I'm like
Oh,
a
100%.
mistake,
Mhm.
a mistake, a minuscule mistake. Because
That a
it
child
requires
made.
obliteration.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, you are backwards. And also and I think people really tried to get you to not like Soul Reagan, but I kind of liked Soul Reagan in this because he's just a grumpy old blind guy living in a cave. How can you?
Mhm.
And
So
like,
nice.
yeah, and like you can't really. I'm like, yeah, well,
Well,
he
he's
got
robbed of his wings, his
yeah, he
freedom.
robbed of his
So.
wings, his eyes. I'm like, this guy just got a bad rap. He's just a grumpy
Mhm.
old hermit living in a thing, and he's just with a lot of pride. That's it's like
Mhm.
I have Soul Reagan. Like, okay, we get it. You're powerful still. You're not as grand as you were, but you're still a threat. Got it. Like, so, and I mean, there are times where I do like that. There are times where you question the main cast too,
Mhm.
where I really thought Ezrin was going to make a bad choice about something. I thought Callum was going to make a bad choice about something. I thought Rayla was really going to go off the rails at one point. But they all just kind of like got a grip and figured it out. But really, I have this one thing about the child queen. What was her name? Miko, you
Anya.
said it. Anya.
Anya.
I honestly thought she was going to become a villain when they talked about the stones that they were mining under her village and all that. I thought that she had like some secret, like super laid in diabolical plan that she had been just stockpiling this stuff because somehow the dragons just think she kind of secretly held blame for her mother's being destroyed and all this. And there was this whole plot line in my head that never happened, thank goodness. I'm like, what if she's the one that makes Ezrin bad and like gives him the resources to just even the odds against the dragons?
Mhm.
I'm like, this could be interesting. I wonder how they're going to take it. And then when they took it the way they took it, I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, could have gone one way, went another way. Good,
Mhm.
fine. I'm fine with it. But
Yeah,
there's
she's
just that
always
idea.
she's always been his voice of reason, is what it
Yes,
seems
definitely.
like.
Mhm.
And
And that's why it was kind of odd to me because it seemed like she was kind of manipulating a bit at
Mhm.
one point. I think it was just the tone
Mhm.
seemed like she was manipulating, but I guess I just misread a tone. But I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
I
But
mean,
when
at the
you
same
think on
time,
it,
yeah.
but when you think it could have gone a totally different way. But anyway, that's enough of me.
Give
So
the
yeah,
fan fiction writers something to write about. So,
yes, someone drop that in my
someone.
DM. What if Anya turned everything bad?
Maybe. Uh, yeah, so quickly answer your question, Nika. Who I dislike in the series, Kareem. I got annoyed with Janai because I feel like she was just giving him chance after chance after chance. I was like, girl, just drop him. It's not that important. And yeah, the Celestial Council, I was just like, they did all that to a small child who was just trying to show off magic or gift magic and stuff. Like, yeah, that was it. So, what about you? Do you dislike anybody in the series?
I have to go with the Celestial Council. Of course, we have to go with we all have to go with Jan- yeah,
Um,
what's his name?
Kareem?
Green. Can't ever remember his name because he's no longer important.
He's so
Uh,
bad.
It's like Voldemort.
basically, I don't like Sol Regum, and he got what he deserved in the end for for everything. He got played, and it was just what he deserved. I just kind of felt that,
That's fair.
because if he just stopped letting his pride control him, he wouldn't have been controlled by Erebus in the end like that. There was I did not like that the pirate. No, not that pirate.
Not
Oh,
that
not that
pirate.
pirate. Oh,
The
okay.
bad
The-
pirate.
the
The
bad
bad
pirate.
pirate. I know
Oh,
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Hot
The
pirate.
bad pirate.
Crap. What was his
The one
name?
that tried to sell the glow toads.
Oh, yes, him. No, we don't like him. Looking it up real quick.
Anyone that would hurt the glow toads.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's who I also love. I love the glow toads. They're so cute. What is his name? Hang on. I'm trying to find it.
The bad pirate in Dragon Prince.
We have to differentiate between the two. The bad pirate.
Oh, Archmage Akiyu is also one of my favorite characters. I love her sass. She reminds me of Maria Calavera from Ruby. I love her so
I
much.
can see it.
Finnegan.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Finnegan.
yeah.
Finnegan.
That guy needs to. That guy just needs to
He
be.
needs to
eaten
be
by-
Arr, make him walk the plank.
The head of the council for the Elven Village, I don't know who, but the person
village
who was
elder.
the village elder
yeah.
who was very against them, like reinstating Rayla from being a ghost. That was very much against everyone because his son was one of the people who died. Like, okay, I get it, but your son chose that life. And just because she survived and he didn't doesn't mean anything. Sorry, buddy. That's the life of an assassin. They chose that life.
Yep.
But those are ones I can think of.
Okay. That was a good question. So, did you have any other questions or thoughts?
One I can think of that can kind of throw that a little throws things into the mix.
What is it?
No, that was my one that throws.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another one. I'm sorry.
We just
Okay.
always
We're
Oh
all
my goodness!
waiting.
I was like,
Yeah, we're just like,
throw it. Wait, we're gonna get a curveball here.
Suspense.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh,
Okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
that was the curveball.
Oh, okay.
Love
That
it.
you didn't have one. No,
Haha.
no, we're good. We're good.
No, you're
The
good.
curveball is there's no curveball.
There you
Even
go.
bamboozled.
Kind of curveball. None.
No, that's
Even
awesome.
bamboozled, I tell you.
All right,
Bamboozled.
real quick. Crow, any questions for folks in the tea room here or for viewers out
Yes, absolutely, I do.
Ooh.
Let's go with real estate in Dragon Prince. Where would you guys want to live in the Dragon Prince? Locations anywhere.
I was just picturing
Nakatalis.
Zillow. Nakatalis.
Not Katalis, not after what happened to it.
Let's
I'll
say,
take the
no apocalyptic destruction. Everything's still good and shiny. You can pick
okay.
anywhere.
I'll just take the moon so I could get away from civilization for a while.
Well, it's an option. I guess.
Like, just get me away from all this mess for a while, man, until everything calms down.
Mhm.
The lunar dragon's up there like, hey buddy, how you doing?
Did you bring any snacks?
You, Miko, any place that you would like to just settle down, have a house at, or?
I think the Moon Elf village would be a good place because it is a really pretty place, even with the stuck-up elves there being a problem. I can be very judgmental about them too. You know, it'll be a fitting back and forth. I'll just go hang out with the amber, the little birds and ignore them.
The Adorables.
I'll go hang out with them. They'll have good vibes.
You could also be that one like bad neighbor that tells all these stories to kids that they go back and say to their parents and they go, "Don't you go over there ever again."
See, they'll hate me because I'll tell the kids everything, and then the kids will spread all the rumors around the village,
Yes.
and then they don't know who who the rumor started with.
Exactly. It's be that one person.
Mhm.
Jen?
Mhm.
What about you?
Jen. Yeah, going back to what Migo-chan says, during one of our demon interview recordings, we said we wanted a Dora Purr plushie, like Squishmallow. So that'd be so
Yes.
cute.
Yes.
But my
Get
place
a
would
bunch of them that
be
stick together.
yes.
But made out of the squishmallow like
Mhm.
material, so that it's
Mhm.
squishy and fluffy and stuff.
And it squeaks.
Squeaky squeak. But mine would be Luxoria, just because the bookery's there, the great bookery. So yeah, girl with the library, get like a nice latte or something. I'm set.
Free
And it's fun.
destruction.
Free destruction, of
Yes.
course.
No scary creatures here.
No, what? No, no, those are here. No, we don't know what you're talking about.
Man, I mean, for me, it'd have to just be a place that just I could like wake up in the morning and go, yeah, I'm here, and it would have to be like either like the Storm Spire or the place where the Sky Elves are from. That
The tower.
yeah, that tower, or even like even the Moon Elf Grove is another one. Just something that I could go out to and be like, this is nice. This is pretty. And I like it. And also, I mean, if it was like the Storm Spire or something like that, I'm like, and I need to watch my step every morning. But yeah.
Be very
um
windy.
something with a neat view or just a great atmosphere around it, I think. I mean, everything. I and the thing is to have to say, even Rex Igneous's place. I mean, if you just sit and listen to like the background audio of that, the rumbling of the molten rock behind him, just resonating while they're talking, is like I'm like, ooh, it's so it sends chills through me. I'm like, this is like a very dangerous place, but it's so neat. And also free security. I mean, dumb security, but security. Like, oh, by the way, he's not home. Why is he glaring at us through the crack in the door? He's not there.
I know. That's
You're
funny.
just imagining things. He's not
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
No.
No, the wizard's not here.
The great dependent for Oz is not here. You are
Who's
lost.
behind that door? No. Why did
It's
the door
great
just answer me?
Alright. So yeah, interesting questions. So let me see. Did you have other questions or
Mm. I do, but I'm. It's kind of just a thought, really. Was there ever a time for you guys that you've miscalculated a character, like how I miscalculated Anya, or I said her name wrong probably. Crimson, I'm not worried about you.
trying to
I
miscalculate
know.
a character? No, I have my answer.
Okay, how would you go first then?
Soren.
Soren.
I thought he was
Okay.
just, uptight, jock. I just want to fight dragons, be the hero and stuff. But then it turned out, after he helped Ezrin and stuff, he was just a big softy and wanted to help and everything and had a total change of heart. I was just
We all,
like,
we all love our bread sandwich eating,
Yes.
hay pulling cinnamon roll of Big
Exactly.
Brother. We all like it.
Exactly.
What about you? What about you, Miko?
I agree. Soren was one too about that. I would have to say Viren. Because going into it, I didn't care what happened to him, like live or die. I didn't care. I was glad to be rid of him, but then we started going into his backstory and what caused his motivation to go into the dark magic in the first place, and the fact the whole reason he went into it was to save Soren, and then he lost himself in dark magic, and completely lost sight of his true self. And then he started trying to reconnect with himself and trying to like reach back out to Soren, and then in the end sacrificing himself. Like the fact he had that redemption to himself, like I didn't think he had that possibility at all. And
Mhm.
it was just like, okay, I don't hate you. I would say that and Erebos, because I was just thinking this whole time Erebos was just,
Nuts.
yeah, just, all right, you're just, I want to say
Mad at the world.
A double S. That's all I want to say. He is. And then to find out he had actual reasoning, and he was willing to burn the world because he was a father who lost his daughter. And
Yeah.
I was like, as a parent, I can relate to that.
Yeah. And I think what kind of switched my thought on Erebos, because I thought he was just megalomaniacal. I want to burn the world for all that. I have to say, it's the scene of the lake he filled with his tears.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm like, if I was a father and my kid was taken from me in that way, I feel that this is a good analogy for how I would feel. That I would cry until until a lake was formed if it broke me that hard. And so, yeah, I do have to say I kind of misjudged Erebos. I still think he got what he deserved in the end.
Both of
Uh,
them do,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it makes you rethink the characters.
it does, and it puts more weight and a bit more understanding to him, to where it goes from this is just a bad guy to this is a sad story to a sad person that honestly, yeah, they put themselves in a situation where it's deserved, but you don't feel good about it. And yeah, so I just thought I'd throw a few of them little brain stretchers there for you, Jen.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for the
That's all I've got.
questions. Thank you for the questions. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got on the Dragon Prince. So, and I just want to say real quick, so Miko-chan and Crow, you both are now tea sippers. So, wave my magic wand. With the
One
tea
of
sippers,
us.
you get
One of us.
exactly. So you get the tea sipper perks and all that good stuff. So just want to say, thank you all so much for joining, attending tonight's podcast recording. It's such a good show, The Dragon Prince. You can catch it on Netflix. Go check it out. Go watch it. Then come DM me. Always happy to talk about it, cosplay from it. So, and then
If
hopefully The Dragon King here soon. So maybe we'll do a part 2. Ooh.
And from a writing point of view, anyone out there who's looking for good character dynamic examples, if you're getting started in writing or something like that, watch it, because this shows such good flow and weave of characters that it shows how they can play off each other, how it shows very natural relationships in the sense of two brothers will never always be buddy buddy. They will fight, they will butt heads, they will pull the move that the other one will never expect. Uh Relationship wise, even Miko, you're gonna agree with me on this. Even our girl, one of the best girls, Rayla, it goes to show that either side of a relationship can be completely clueless as to the feelings of the other. It can. And though she thinks everything's good, oh, I came back. They should be happy I'm back. You're assuming too much. So
They still left.
yeah, you still left. He your man has Jen, I think you could clarify this, a trauma of being left,
They all
in
have
a sense.
trauma.
In the sense of he lost his mother, he lost his father, people leave in ways that he cannot control, and he could not control her leaving, and so now she comes back like, my dad was pretty much killed, my real father died, my mother died, and now you just disappear. Like,
Always attachment
bad.
injuries.
Like Rayla, you should have kind of been a little gentler on this or been a bit more communicative. Like, can't hate her, but I'm like, need some work, girl. But
You can also read it too.
Read it.
yes,
Absolutely. Graphic
yes.
novels on their website. They have little short stories.
They have
birthday
two novels
journals.
too as well.
2 novels. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm still waiting on the book, the Sun book. I don't know if that's out yet, but give it a chance.
All in all, it is a good example of good writing, good character dynamics, and the artwork is just
Oh yeah.
beautiful. I've believe some people. I have to say, I had reached a point where dragon designs have gotten very stagnant. This changed that for me. All of the dragons have a personality and a design and just a different aspect of them that suits what they are. And seeing that was just kind of a breath of fresh air when all you really see with dragons now is like the same kind of, oh, it's got horns, it's got wings, it's got 4 legs, it's scales. Okay, yay, there we go. Yeah, so it's it's an S class in what I would say good writing and design would be for anything. So
yeah, definitely a good show. So be sure to check it out, as well as check out our guest and tea sippers. Their Instagram, social media handles will be down below. Make sure you also subscribe to Cosplay Tea Time. Again, we'll have a link tree down below. You can follow those socials and all that. So just want to say thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope everyone's taking care, staying safe, and we'll see you next time. Keep sipping away. Bye, everyone.
Bye
see ya, bye.
bye.